Okay, for this tutorial we are going to be building a skeleton key. You can locate this skeleton key on Blackboard, but basically what we're going to be focusing on is the Shape Builder tool and the Pathfinder tool. So here's my key. You can see that it's all one shape. That's what we're going to be building using several different shapes. So first thing I'm going to do is start with the top of this. I'm going to come over here and we'll start with the circles. Now it doesn't have to look exactly like the way mine looks, so I'm going to try to reproduce the same key. So holding Shift and Control, I'm going to start by using just regular circles. So with the circle that I just created, I'm going to go Edit, Copy, Edit, Paste, and back. So now it doesn't look like it, but it is. Another circle is pasted in the back, and I'm just going to click and drag while holding Shift and Alt to make it bigger, and then I'm going to click off. Now there's another circle on the inside. All I'm going to do, I'm going to select the circle that's on the inside, and I'm going to change the color to white. Okay. Now from here we can start working with the Shape Builder tool. So if I go ahead and select both of these shapes and I come over to the Shape Builder tool here, I'm going to click, and I'm actually going to hold down Alt and click. Alright, now there is no shape on the inside here. It's gone. Okay, it's no longer a white circle. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to click, and I'm going to go Edit, Copy, Edit, Paste in front. Okay, so there's another one right in front. I'm going to click and drag while holding Shift, and I'll do something like that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and delete what I just did. I'm going to show you with my rulers. My rulers are up here. If you don't have the rulers, you can go Window, or actually View, Rulers, and go to Show Rulers, not Hide Rulers. Okay. I already have my rulers up, so it's going to say Hide. So I'm going to click and drag to the bottom of the circle. Okay, and I can always get rid of these. So I'm going to copy this shape that I already have. This is one shape. I can also click, hold Shift and Alt and drag, and it will copy my shape. So now it's perfectly centered where I want it to be. And I just I held Shift and Alt to copy that shape. Alright, you can click and drag over top of your guides and hit delete. Okay, so now I have two different shapes. If I go ahead and select both of these shapes, go over here to the Shape Builder tool, right, and I can just kind of click and drag across. It now combines this shape into one. Okay, so from here I can go Edit, Copy, Edit, Paste in front, and then I'm going to rotate it holding Shift. Okay, so there is the beginning of my key. I'm going to click and drag so that all of it is highlighted. I can use the Shape Builder tool here, or I can come over and use the Pathfinder and just unite. Alright. Shape tool and Pathfinder are very similar. Depending on what you're doing will depend on which one's easier to use. Alright, so I want to find the center of this shape, so I'm just going to click and drag to the center. Alright. Now I'm going to use the Shape Rectangle tool, and I'm just going to make a rectangle. Alright, just like that. And doesn't have to be perfect. Alright, so then it looks like I have two other rectangles, so I can actually just click, hold Shift and Alt and drag, so I copy that. And I can reduce the size of this rectangle just by doing something like that. And I'm going to hold Shift and Alt and click and drag. Okay. Alright, then I need to make this part. So I'm going to come over here and select my rounded rectangle tool. I'm going to click in the middle and hold Alt. And there it is. I'm going to zoom in. Go to my selection tool. Click and drag while holding Shift and Alt. Shift and Alt. It's easy to copy and paste. Just holding Shift and Alt. Or you can go Control C, which is to copy, and Control V, which is to paste. Okay, so let's combine these with the rest of this shape. So let's just go ahead and select, click and drag and select the whole thing. Actually, let's get rid of this guide. So you can always lock guides, hide guides, release guides. I'm just going to click and drag because they're not locked, and delete it. Alright, so I'm going to click and drag over top of my entire key using the shape builder tool. I'm going to start clicking and dragging to combine all of these shapes. Control plus. And there it is. There is my skeleton key. I want you to turn this in with a background, so I'm going to come over here, give it a background. Let's go with orange, object, range, send to back. Alright, and change the color of the key to blue. Alright, and I'm going to make each student have a color or two colors for you to submit. That way I know you're creating your own.